Hey, barbarians! What's up? Thank you for passing by. My name is Phil, and I'm from Mints and Drops. Today, I'm having the pleasure to receive on the show my brother Dana from the Golden Baboons over ETH. Project backed by gold. Tequila? Enjoy. And we on. Dana from Golden Baboons. What's up, brother?
What's up, Phil? It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much. We've been talking about doing this for weeks now.
Yeah. It's a pleasure.
Here we are.
Pleasure to have you on the show, man. Really, it's
Thank
a great. It's fun. How's man? How's life? How's everything with the Baboons? How's it going?
Life is good personally. It's definitely steady. It's definitely busy. Spring is here. I'm a New Englander, so the weather's getting warmer. The trees are budding. The like I said, the weather's getting warmer. The grass is getting greener, and it's very a time of optimism. And so yeah, that's a great thing. And in fact, my birthday's tomorrow, so everyone wish me a happy
Oh
birthday.
no! Get out of here for real!
Yeah,
Wow,
it's,
that's so cool.
39 again, 39 again.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Um,
cool. Wow.
yeah. But yeah, project-wise, project is doing very, very well. In these particular market conditions, we continue to move the needle, and that is, in my opinion, very, very important. We're trying not to stay stagnant. We're being creative, and continuing to get new mints. And in fact, we have recently added the ability for some of the shareholders, which we'll talk about the background here in a second. But we gave them ability to use their own particular coin for the project in order to mint, even though it's on the Ethereum blockchain. So we were giving potential holders the ability not only to mint with the AABBG token,
That's
but
cool.
also mint with Ethereum. Yeah,
That
so things are going well.
it is, and truthfully, I've seen it from the get go, especially when we started, because, of course, I was back on the influencers team or KOLs, and
Hmm.
it's been great. I mean, you guys really have pushed away where you because you need visibility, you need to have this kind of magic, and you need to push it all day, all the time, and sometimes it won't work, but sometimes it will work, and those are the fun part, in my opinion.
Correct. And
Yeah.
one of the blessings has been the company, willing to listen and willing to sit there and say, "Hey, you have this idea, go with it. Let's see what happens." And just like on a lot of these mints, that first day is so important with the mint, right?
Hmm.
And you got to get if you don't plan on minting out, you got to get that biggest chunk that
Yeah.
first day. And
Yeah.
some people, they only bite off a little bit, and then no matter what, you face this issue, this crossroad, whatever it may be. It's like,
Yeah.
well, what do we do now? And what is it going to take to, like I was saying before, continue moving this needle? And and that's where you got to get creative. You got to be persistent, consistent, and we were lucky, as I was telling a lot of people. We're coming from a background of, this is a Web 2 to Web 3 type transition here, where we were taking a publicly traded gold mining company who already had a shareholder base. So we didn't start from scratch, trying to build this foundation of a community, which is so important with these NFT projects. So luckily we hit the ground, not necessarily running, but at least walking. And that has been a huge help too, because we had some really, really strong core
Yeah.
shareholders that absolutely love Web3. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Those gentlemen in the Discord,
Yeah.
which the Discord has grown tremendously too, which is another critical piece in this whole NFT community puzzle. And we've just been moving the needle. Luckily, we've found contests, and we've incorporated, as I was saying, that AAB token in order to mint, and those things have, as I said, consistently kept that needle growing. Like a percent here, another percent here, another percent here, and we're getting there. We're getting there. We're not going away, and we're getting
You guys
there. And
are, and we are,
yeah,
and to a certain degree, I think very oftenly, you know, it's best to have this mid-term journey kind of thing, because of course, when you press play, right? When you press play on Monday, we all want to sell out. We all want to mint out. We all want, oh yeah, and then you can create
100%.
FOMO right away, and for sure. But again, for the mission of the Baboons, I think it's even better because it shows not only that you guys have resilience, it shows at the same time that this whole thing that we call it a bridge often. I'm not sure it's a bridge, but it's a continuity, right? Where you have to keep on hammering and you keep on awakening people and saying, hey, you can have fun. You can keep on doing what you do, which means ease of use, right? And at the same time, you can discover something new that's, you know, that's, you can, not financial advice, but you can make profit. You can learn new stuff.
Right.
Communities, right? And yeah.
Right. And that's the other thing too. And some of these projects, the flipper side of it. I mean, flippers are important, right? Because they help create that market. But at the same time, when you have a slow mint, you really build long-term, a strong shareholder base, or a strong token holder base, or a strong NFT base. And that's what we're building. And I think for the longevity, that's what you want within your community. So a real
1,000%.
dedicated group. And so far,
1,000%.
so good.
Yeah. And you got lots of plans planned too at the same time. With the metaverse too, I think you guys have something planned too with was it with Yuga Labs? That's what I
Right. So we do have a metaverse land. We have an other deed, which is now like an other deed vessel, or no, expanded, right? Because they recently split. But we have land deed number 75804, which we've coined Tequila Falls. It is actually a land that has golden structures on there. There's golden arches and golden spheres, which made it perfect because we're a gold mining company, and these golden baboons, I should say, are living in this fantasy metaverse world that actually has a nice river running through it also, which since the company is actually mining in a town or a city called Tequila, Mexico, we also ran with the tequila theme. And we're going to say that that's a river of tequila, of golden tequila. And this place is coined Tequila Falls.
That's great.
So, yeah. But we look forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
It is.
And again, that's just an extra utility that, you know, holders will be able to explore and have the option to get involved with the Yuga Labs ecosystem and you know, wander around there and learn about the metaverse or a quality project.
It's really about, you know, even though, you know, there was precedent in terms of there already was a brand, right? You know, the brand was existing and everything with AABB. But at the same time, there's a continuity at the same time that you have to build some kind of a new image. And there's a level of trust, you know, that comes with that, because people need to know, okay, this is the Golden Baboon, this is an NFT, so with all of that comes a level of education and that you need to propel a message. What do you find is the biggest, not say the biggest con, but say the biggest difficulty it is so far, like to say, to pass this message?
Could you just sort of rephrase that? Because I want to make sure that I answer you.
So we all need that to educate people on what this whole, because down the road it's an NFT, right?
Right.
So down the road, what do you think is the biggest like bump on the road, if you want, like say, to really get this message going that, hey guys, this is what we're doing, this is ABC, we're going there? What's the biggest difficulty in terms of core message that you have to pass, that you find that, okay, we gotta keep on nailing it because people gotta be, you know, with new learnings and educated at the same time in this whole new world we're all diving in.
Right. So taking on I'm going to go even farther back. So as I was saying, this is an NFT project based on a publicly traded company. So there was already a very strong and passionate shareholder base. And when we incorporated them, it was a delicate situation because the share price, just like many other stocks out there, sort of got crushed in just in crypto too. Just everything depreciated in 2022. So we were dealing with a lot of shareholders that were down, maybe 70%, 80%, 90%. And they also had a crypto coin, which the crypto coin, the AABBG token, had sort of been slow. The exchange was that they were on, it was their self exchange. The AABB wallet was working with that. And that didn't hit the ground running either. So now we have this NFT project that the company wanted to bring in, and their hopes was this project was going to tie all of this together, and to bring the gold mining together, to bring the shareholders, to keep them loyal and give them something that along with the coin. And so it's like, we need to be this glue, right? And so it was almost like not a no fail situation, but we couldn't let down the shareholders with a dud of a project. So we needed to make sure that we delivered a winner, and so far so good. And as mentioned before, we were already now at the point that we're already able to incorporate their native token, and also we're over 50% in the mint out, so success there. The shareholders are having fun. For some of them, this is their first NFT ever. They're learning about Web3. They're learning about NFTs. They're getting education on wallets and ledgers and different blockchains. And so not only do they have this let's call it Web2 education on stocks and investing that way, but now they're getting to learn about NFTs and crypto and all this. So it's been a win-win for the shareholders. And at the same time, the companies liked it too, because they've got some people from Web3 become shareholders in their stocks.
For sure.
And win.
It is. And again, not financial advice, but since it's already like a company that people know. I mean, and especially since the very beginning, there's been spaces educating people. The level of risk, is kind of really minimal in terms of we are there, we're present, and you guys are representing really thoroughly. I mean, and down the road, what I think, with NFTs, it's always fascinating how you want layers, you want to propel a great message at the same time, but down the road, man, it's about communities. It's about spaces that we hold. It's about meeting new people. It's about new ways of doing, like, wow, okay, I minted this. Okay, I know what a MetaMask wallet is. Okay, it's about sharing too. And without being cliche, right? Without being, I'm just sharing a joyful moment, right? It's truthfully about, wow, I want to mint a gold shovel baboon. Let's go. I want it, or I'm going to scoop it on secondary, right? It's about the feels. And I think that when people understand that, that's powerful, man. That's super powerful.
Yeah, for sure. And what's powerful about that too is just when you look at the financial side of things, or the investment side of things, of how just the particular trait could affect a particular NFT by sometimes thousands of dollars, just because something is golden or something is rare. And it may look almost, to a person who doesn't understand NFTs, it's like, yeah, okay, that's just normal thing. But because they have a different color fur, or because they have these special glasses or something like that, now all of a sudden they're worth hundreds of dollars or more, thousands of dollars. So that's pretty interesting. And then like with what we're doing, and I think that you're getting to is in the Discord area, some of these particular traits, they open up special rooms, and they come with additional utility, which is really, really cool, makes it that much more fun. And sometimes it stirs up a little extra competitiveness with the sub communities under the main community, and that just makes the overall community that much better and more fun. But we've opened up a bunch of different rooms based on some of the traits, some sports related things, which there's streaming games in there.
We
have treasure hunting going on, which we do daily clues, and they solve it and can win prizes at the end of the week. There's we're going to have a folklore club in which we're going to build out and expand the folklore, the story behind the NFT project, which is a lot of fun because again, we're incorporating and embracing the community to come together, and this is their project. As much as it's the company's project, they're just giving the tools to the community to help build this out. And you know, the input and a little skin in the game from the community, will give it much more value personally to them. And that's the name of the game too, is having the ability to make a little bit of impact by whatever you're able to offer, whether it's by being creative in written work or memes or graphics that people make.
The memes are elite.
Yeah, the memes are great.
Really
Absolutely.
good.
But that's all part of the fun, it keeps people coming back day in and day out, and that's what you need. Whether it's a space or hanging out in the Discord,
yeah.
Something to look
Spaces
forward to every day.
How many spaces we've held so far? Like
We're consistent with our every Friday space at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Usually runs a couple hours. That seems to be the biggest one because we sort of tie in the shareholders a little bit, but then we run, some regular spaces throughout the week, whether they might be a collab with another project looking for a little cross-pollination, or sometimes we just have, just random ones because we have an announcement or because we've reached the point of doing a one-of-one drawing, which is a whole other thing. I think we forgot to talk about what makes this project so unique, right? There's thousands of projects out there, and because this is a gold mining company, the company is actually backing up this NFT project with their actual gold. So
that's baller. How does it work? I mean, I know, but can you tell us how does it all work? That's baller, especially with your background right there.
Right, 100%. Yeah, so every NFT is backed by 0.5 gram of gold, which is approximately 30 something bucks, right? They're willing to put up that. It's sort of in a way creates like a floor mechanism, right? Like worst case scenario. So I'd like to see it as a hedge or a type insurance policy. Again, this is like my opinion and the easiest way to explain it, as if you were a third grader or something. So a lot of these projects are not backed by anything. And so they could go down to zero, right? But in this particular instance, at least you have the backing of the gold. So that's what I meant by a floor mechanism or a base. It can go as low as whatever 0.5 gram of gold may be at a particular time. But at the same time, the company and the community, they want this NFT to trade just like every other one out there, which is by the rarity or by the overall demand for it or collectability, like any other project. So whatever one's higher will be the way it goes. So with this particular thing is like, as Ethereum goes up or crypto goes up, that's great. You're going to go by that. But if crypto falters a little bit and gold goes through the roof, well, then you win there. So some people don't have that second option. They can only root for the crypto to go up. So
1000%.
That's what I think is one of the coolest things about this project.
I think that especially right now, since it's kind of, I will not say the word boring, but it's kind of much more calm, like say that it was like say 9 months ago. Okay. I always find that those communities, or when you have project, like the Baboons, it's always fun because it gives you a place, a spot, and a destination for you to just chill, great mornings, come around, and at the same time you learn something new, right? Because right now it's absolutely crushing. If you're watching like secondary markets on any NFT projects right now or whatever, it's kind of, you're kind of inside of a stalemate, especially for crypto base and whatever. So I always find out that, and even for me, right, even like throughout those 3 months that we've been together, like, you go into those spaces and you just feel better. You just feel great by doing there. You just, hey, you want to raise your hand, have a questions, go around, grab a mic, make some new friends, man. That's what it is. Especially right now, that's the best. Even for me, for your own sanity, for whatever, to keep you moving with the resilience. So yeah, big shout out to you guys. You've been doing it consistently, man.
Thank you. Yeah, and you're a chef, right?
Yeah, I used
Like to
to.
cook?
So as of
Yeah.
2023, I stopped. Yeah. To do,
Done.
I stopped to go on UX design and Web3. Yes, I
Yeah,
used to.
no, I
I
got
used
you.
to be chef.
But I bring it up because when you're cooking, there's a recipe, right? And with a recipe, in it's not just a recipe for cooking, but for these particular spaces that you're talking about, you need to have a right combination of ingredients. And I think that is just overall entertainment. I think there needs to be education. And then I think there needs to be updates or facts or alpha about the project. And then, of course, if you can throw in a little bit of music, which is part of the entertainment, part of the fun, I think you hit multiple people's interests, because you're going to have people there that are just looking to have fun. You're going to have people there that are tuning in because they want to learn something, or just get the latest updates or news. And then you have people that are here like for the very first time. They want to know what this is all about. So it's important that you cater to all of them, but you need that right mix, right? You can't have too much of this or too much of that. And I think we've done a good job so far. At least I know in our Friday spaces, in order to cater to everyone and have that perfect recipe. And it's been good enough for you to sit there and say that after you leave the space, you feel better. So
it's true. It's true.
It is.
It is. That's what it's all about. Even for, grabbing the mic and just go on and ask. It's the same thing I find, Dane, as in terms of, when you're listening to the radio, like say 10 years ago, but you can grab the mic now. It's the same thing. You listen to your radio host show, you listen to people talking, and then instead of just
much more interactive now.
And just crazy. You just jump in and you share. That's what's everything about. This world can get absolutely nuts. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy because it's booming, because it's somewhat new, because there's always something new, because it's worldwide. There's no time zones. There's no nothing. It's
right. It moves fast.
It's nuts.
It's like the casinos. There's no clocks and there's no windows. You never know what time it is.
Plenty of drinks.
You're in there.
Yeah. So, right. How do you find?
You leave when you run out of money.
Yeah. I hope not. I hope that.
But no, not in this case. Hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why we say, hey, go out there and touch grass.
Yeah.
Don't forget, there's an outside world.
Yeah. The sun is blazing right now. So how do you find balance through it all? How do you say stop? How do you say, okay, turning off my phone, passing time with the family,
right?
Purposefully not looking at the latest news because you got to make a choice, right? How do you do that?
It's challenging at times, 100%. Because especially, I don't want to say or coin myself a workaholic, but there are times that like you just know, like you have these goals and you want to reach these goals and you're not going to meet these goals by just being lackadaisical and sitting on the couch and doing this and doing that. But at the same time, you have a significant other or you have your family and they're looking at you like, hey, when are we just going to sit down and watch a television program? Or when are we going to go here? We got, the house needs cleaning, or, we got to cook dinner or something like that. And so you're always juggling. And at the same time, there are times where it has caught me personally, and I've tried to learn from those times. We just get burnt out and you sit there and say, man, I don't want to go in a space for days. But that's not healthy either. Right. So finding that balance and finding that consistency is good. And I'm lucky that my fiance is great by letting me know it's like, okay, you need to take a break a little bit. And sometimes we'll fight it a little bit, but it is important because, and I say that you have to have balance in everything. And I try and do that, but at the same time, I want to make sure that there's plenty of work ethic. And another thing you need to do too is have a good team that can fill in those holes and allow you to have a break. So I'm lucky to have that.
And
good question, by the way.
It is. And by balance, I don't mean like doing like I don't know, like 4 hours a day of
doing a plank.
Or whatever, like going to run. Just like if you go ham for 14 hours for like 14 days, you can take 4 days off and everything. So to me, that can be balanced too at the same time, right?
Right.
But yeah, I'm happy to hear that at the same time, because there are so many, there's a lot of spaces going on for mental clarity and just being in a great space, because it changes everything, man. It truly does. Sometimes we're so focused, head down, we just want to nail this next guest, we just want to go and mint something, we just want to learn, and you try to squeeze something out, but there's no juice out of anything that you're watching and out of you, that you can you burn out. You're
No,
like,
but
oh.
not to get real deep or real philosophical, but I've talked about balance a lot. I'm not just basic life coach stuff that I've learned, or I tell others, or I tell, like my sons or my younger sisters or whatever. It's you can go whether yin yang or the day and night, the sun's out. It's like we're up and then we sleep. It's there's always, polar opposites, right? And that's the balance that is forced upon us, but sometimes we disregard it, and we try to push through it, and it eventually will catch up. Like if you go without sleep for too long, it's going to catch up with you, and you're going to end up sleeping for a day or two or whatever it may be. But I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you have to have balance, and it's just like you can't work nonstop, you can't play nonstop, you can't sleep all the time. You always have to separate it out a little bit and make sure that you have the correct balance that works for you, and then the other people around you. Because we're not just workers, we're also a father, a husband, a brother, a member of the community or the church or a coach. And you got to be able to find time for all those things. Multifaceted.
Wise words. Wise words. Yeah, but it's true. Yeah, it's true. And that comes with experience, right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, experience and Snapple caps, but inside jokes.
What's the next step for the Baboon? What's the, like, say, not going like too far away, like say for the next month or even until Q2 if you feel?
Well, the next steps, that's a great question. Our goal is just to continue pushing the Mint, keeping it creative. So the recent we incorporated the AABBG token that we talked about. We first allowed $50,000 worth of coins, and we went through that in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. The company was happy with that. They added an additional 50,000, in which we've already eaten through about another 20. So we have at least $30,000 worth of AABBG token to eat and go through, which has helped move the needle. We're now at 57%, almost 58%. I think we're at 5,054 mints at 50,066, or not 55,066. So it's another 12 to go, and we'll be at 58%. Every 10% that we do, so we're about 2% away from doing another 1-of-1 drawing. We have 10 of those in the collection so far. We have pulled 5 of them. What's cool about those, I had mentioned before that the 1-of-1s, or the basic ones, are backed by 0.5 gram of gold. These 1-of-1s are backed by a full 1 ounce of gold, which an ounce of gold goes for about $2,000 right now. So those are pretty cool if you land one of those. So those are things to look forward to. In our roadmap, we want to do some tequila. Again, pushing that tequila theme. And we're talking real, actual tequila. And so we actually want to have a really fancy bottle with the NFT icon on there, or mascot, and even incorporate some gold flake in there, just like founder had back in the day, which would be so cool. Again, it brings it all full circle for everybody. But at the same time, we want to do that secondary project, sort of that spin-off, but you can't do that too soon. You got to mint out the first one first. And I think we had in our roadmap that we want to do at the end of by the end of the second quarter or sometime in the third quarter. So we're still on pace for that. Things are going well, but you can't have it come out too soon. You got to get the first one minted out. You got to get it trading a little bit, and So that one will be cool. So that one is going to be called Shorties, because the publicly cited part of the company is they sort of feel like they're being shorted a little bit, just like some of these other stocks like AMC
Oh yeah, well, sure.
and
That's
GameStop.
a great idea.
Yeah, so what that character is going to be, we're not sure yet. But the fact that they mine silver also, it would be pretty cool if this one was silver backed versus gold. So we do have that ability to go multiple ways with it. We do plan on using the same artist. He's excited to get started again, and that will be fun. We'll be able to pick new one-of-one characters and new traits and all that other good stuff. And it's always nice to give that bonus back to the OG holders for
Yeah.
holding on to theirs, you know?
Yeah.
So whether you call it a derivative or whatever you call it, that's great. And it's extra bonus for them. So that's something to look forward to. We want to also have some staking involved here too, whether it's going to be for the AABBG token and
That's
again
cool.
incorporate that
Yeah.
entity into it, or it's just simply a reward coin that can be used for minting particular things, getting discounts off merchandise or whatever it may be. We're still working that out at the same time. And then of course we have our metaverse land. And that's down the road too. And as things go and we reach these particular things, we'll work with the community, see what they want next, and continue to build off that. And, so I think for the next month or two, we really want to just stress on building the holder base. I think we're just about at 420 for holders. I'd love to get that number to 500 and then as many as 1,000. Because as you know, in community, the more people, the better, the more experience you have, the more mouths you have. What I mean by mouths is, the more people that communicate and
to sing a
post,
song,
retweet, and everyone has, different experiences and different superpowers. So the more people that you have with just makes the community that much more valuable. So I think those are some of the initial goals, and then I don't want to say everything will take care of itself, but once you have that real strong foundation and you make things fun and exciting, and again you have the gold aspect to it, you have the stock aspect to it, we definitely have plenty to build off of versus some of these fly-by-night projects out there.
I agree. Big shout out, for doing this. I mean, I think it's the right angle and pushing it through time at the same time. I mean, it's a strive, it's a hustle, but I think you guys are doing it well. I can only wish you onwards success and ongoing, because it's doing very well in my opinion. Even though I'm from the inside, I can tell that it's going well. Again, you guys have laid it out really nicely with the spaces. You're being transparent about it. I'm not blowing smoke. It's just what it is. We see it, we see the work doing not properly done. And I think, this is work being properly done. Best of success leading on, man. And you're a real one. Keep it up.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for passing by the show. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much for all of those that I appreciate you listening about the Golden Baboons Mining Club. Like I said, this is a club. Take a look at us at goldenbaboons.com. And there you'll find all the cool information, our song, or some graphics, our team, our what we're all about, and come check us out. Phil, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure being on here.
A pleasure, man. A pleasure. Thank you so much, man. Have an amazing day.
Awesome. You too. Thank you so much. Take care.
Peace. Dana, thank you so much for your presence today on the show. I enjoyed my time AF. Disclaimer, of course, I am on the team. This is paid work, but it does not change my opinion on the project. I believe you guys are doing absolutely great work into bridging, continuating, everything, this whole process of bringing those new people in the ecosystem, this NFT Web3 thing that we're all doing. Big shout out to you. Big success leading on to the end of Q2 and onwards. And Age Barbarians, I will see you